et bassistes les plus prolifiques de l'ère du rock and roll de Motley Crue, va sans dire. Now it's the biggest tour you've ever had.
Yeah.
But before we talk about the tour, I know that somebody had eat your meal backstage while you weren't on stage.
Oh, you heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, how'd you hear that?
Ah, well, I know it.
Ah, you got your connections. You know what was happening was, we have this band joke. We always go, did you ever see the MTV rockumentary they did on Motley Crue in America?
No.
Well, they did this thing, and it turned out real funny, but it was sort of the truth that the band, we really don't think we've made it yet. We don't think we're a big band. Sometimes we wonder if anybody's going to show up at the gigs, you know? And then other times we'll joke around, we'll say, you know, if we were as big as the Rolling Stones, we would still get no respect. And we mean, like, people will come into the dressing room and, like, they're not supposed to be in there, and we'll say, no one comes in the dressing room, and just these things, like, you know, you live on the road, this is your home, backstage.
Yeah.
So we kept going on stage, we'd come off stage, all the food was eaten. Everything. I mean, that's like our dinner, you know, we don't eat before we go on stage. We come back, we look at the chicken, there's, like, just bones. Everything's gone, everything's empty, everything's drank, you know, there's beers everywhere, everyone came in and had a party while we were on stage, we go. So we got really pissed off finally one day, and we sort of, I don't know if I could say, pooped in the soup and peed on the chicken and blew our nose and everything. And then we said, hey, you guys are welcome to come in and have dinner on us, since you're going to anyway. And we were going, I don't know, man, the guys are being too nice. They could see it in our eyes. We were up to no good. So the rumors started, and they're going, like, oh man, don't go in there. No one would go in our room. So now no one will go in our room and eat because they're not sure.
Now, did you hire someone to do the concept of this show, this new tour, this Dr. Feelgood tour?
Us.
You did it.
Yeah, it's all in-house. I mean, you know, like, we'll have an idea, and we'll work with the lighting director, and we're open-minded, you know, we want to hear his ideas too, because you can't always have all the answers. So, you know, it's like doing a program all by yourself, you know, it takes a lot of people to put it together. But in general, the concept behind anything that we do comes from the band, and then we ask for help. We say, how could we make this better?
And do you change the way that you do certain songs in your shows?
Sometimes we extend them. Sometimes a couple times we've shortened them. Like Without You, we only play half of Without You, and we mix it with Home Sweet Home.
It's about it too long. But when you guys got sober, did you get into a sport like exercising, like stuff like that?
I really got into, and I'm still into, not as much as I'd like to be, but lifting weights and running a lot, and it became sort of like my drug. I mean, I used to spend like 2 to 4 hours a day in the gym, and I was just like a fanatic. When we started the tour, I was like in fine condition, and as the tour's gone, I've gotten a little bit lazier and stuff. When this tour's over, I'm going to be taking boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to
just
get
for the exercise?
The exercise, and not really the ability to defend myself. That's not something I'm really that interested in. It's more, you know, being pushed, seeing how far I can push my mind and my body.
Challenge.
A challenge, yeah.
And you've been inspired a little bit by Aerosmith to get back into the real, to be really yourself, to be really what you wanted to do, your ideas and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Is it easier for you to create now, to write down and to play?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, I sort of feel like a 31-year-old teenager, and I had this realization when I was reading something about Aerosmith one day. It mentioned Steven Tyler, and I think Steven's 41, and it says, you know, the 41-year-old teenager frontman of Aerosmith, and I said, that's exactly what I am. I'm like a little kid again, because we, as drug addicts, stopped growing at a certain point, and we're just like, how can I explain it? We just,
you know, got back to the roots, and then
we just got to a certain point and we stopped growing, you know, and so when all of this happened, we started growing again, and everything is exciting, musically and personally, and so like a kid again, you know?
Right. We'll hear now Wild Side.
Yeah,
Girls,
this is a good one.
And also the title track from Dr. Feelgood, your latest one, which is a very good album.
Thanks.
Tout de suite à Solidrock. You would like to see a band you would like to see on the show with you guys?
You know, it's funny because we mentioned Without You, and this is sort of like out of context, but when I saw this video by this band Tears for Fears, Sowing the Seeds of Love, and we were looking to do something for Without You, I said, that's what I want to do, is something that's really surrealistic and different for us. And the two videos are similar in the sense that we borrowed the surrealism from them.
Okay.
And, you know, you can see a similarity in the two.
Similar feel.
Yeah.
Okay. Very powerful inner strength being a band. I know you have solo projects. Like you may be writing a book and producing other bands. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we think it's healthy to, you know, if you have something you want to do it. And I've talked about producing, Tommy's talked about producing, Tommy's played on other people's albums. Nick has already produced a band out of Los Angeles. I've done some outside writing. Vince has participated in a couple movies. We've written a soundtrack for a movie which is coming up, Ford Fairlane, a song called Rock and Roll Junkie. The book of poetry, which is something, you know, that I like to do. Mick would like to do a solo album, and I would like to produce a solo album for Vince, either with or without Tommy, depending on if Tommy's, you know, interested in doing it at that time, because we'd like to do some production stuff together as well. So there's all these little things happening that keep it exciting and busy, but the main core is the band, you know, and we're not the kind of band that goes like, well, Vince is doing a solo album, you know, what's his problem? Doesn't he like the band? Yeah, it's not like that.
It's open doors.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Vince's solo album was my idea.
And you proposed that to him, and he said, hey, yeah.
I had a certain idea of something I thought would be great for him to do, and nobody has a voice like Vince. When you hear Vince's voice, you know it's Motley Crue, and I said, you know, it would be great to use your voice for something else. And this idea, which I don't want to expose, because then somebody else will do it, you know, and he was like, yeah, great, I'd be up for doing it, you know.
The next project of Motley Crue, record-wise, is a compilation, best cuts?
Yeah. It's going to be called The Decade of Decadence, 81 to 91, and it'll put it out next summer. And we'd like to do a summer tour behind that, just a short one, maybe 6 weeks.
Like big venues?
Maybe stadiums, it would be nice. We can't guarantee we're going to play stadiums, because, you know, that's how rock and roll is, you know, you just never know. To see who's on the road at the time and what's available. If we could get maybe 3 other really good bands and go out and put a great package together, it would be a great thing to do in the summertime. And just play a few shows in the States, a few shows in Canada, one show in Japan, a couple in Europe, one in Great Britain, and maybe one in Australia, or 2 in Australia. And that's it, real short.
New songs on it, maybe, or?
Probably 2 or 3 new songs. We're going to put Rock and Roll Junkie from the Ford Fairlane movie, the song Teaser from the Make a Difference soundtrack.
Album, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we're going to, is there another band you would like to hear on our show, or?
You know, I dig this band called the Black Crowes.
The Black Crowes.
Black Crowes.
No?
You guys have got Don't Go Away Mad.
Yeah.
Right? And that's my favorite video so far. Just for I don't know, it's us.
You changed your look a little bit in there.
Yeah, right. We all cut our hair, shaved the sides of our heads, and just got a little bit out there, you know. It's us just being us, and I like that. It's a very casual video. The new video that we're shooting, we'll be shooting in a place called Alpine Valley. We're headlining 2 shows in Alpine Valley, like 35,000 people both nights. And it's an outdoor show in the States, and we're going to shoot a live video there, and it'll be for the song Same Old Situation.
Okay.
And
Same old.
Yeah, I like that song.
All right.
And that's going to be a good one. It's going to show off the show.
What's the average time you take for shooting a video?
It really depends. Like Without You was hours and hours and hours of waiting around just to get that right shot, you know, just a shot where you look just right. It was all soft and lens shots and very, you know, had to be seductive looking and everything. It was a pain in the ass. But something like Don't Go Away Mad, that was just one afternoon. That was quick.
All right. Before we let you go back to your work, I know that you talk about in the next album for '93. maybe a next album.
Yeah, probably late 92.
And is it going to be like more heavy or more?
No ballads.
No ballads on it.
I mean, we don't want anything to do with ballads. We've exhausted our, abilities to write ballads. We have a few extra ones in the can that we've written. We just like got on a ballad writing streak, and we didn't mean to. And we sort of feel like we need to rebel against what every band is doing right now. It seems like you come out with a rocker, and the second video is a ballad, and we just
seems too easy, maybe.
It seems too easy. Yeah, I want to go against the grain. So the next album after Decade of Decadence is going to be very raw. The rawest we've ever done.
You think you're going to hire Bob Rock as a producer again?
Without a doubt.
Yeah?
He's the best.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Nikki Sixx.
Okay, thanks, man.
On écoute tout de suite Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away. Et on remercie Nikki Sixx. En stéréo, à Musique Plus, Solidrock.
All right.